Hey, can somebody do me a favor and nah, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. So I like challenges. I really do. I love the challenges. I love the fact that we I love the fact that we still ignore what was stated. Okay, so this is actually in response to a challenge that I put out yesterday. Y'all really y'all know that I like facts, right? Y'all know that I like facts. I don't do opinions. I don't care about what you deem to be the case. I care about facts. All right. So that's how we're gonna you know we're gonna begin on that note. What is a fact? So let me put this video in here real quick so you guys can see it on your own terms. Because again, I like facts. All right, so that's the pinned message. The pinned message is at the top. And even after the video, I actually have I actually have the video of the Wolves channel coming up real soon. So the reason why I'm kind of bored. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, there's not a lot of content out here. Uh, so I issued a challenge, and the challenge was as such. I want people to tell me the truth, the facts, the stats, and the truth. I don't give a fuck about what your feelings are. I don't care about what you deem to be true. But this is what we this is exactly what we're talking about. I love Wolf to death, but he told me what his feelings were. Didn't get to the facts. He told me something that was based on a fan perspective. Okay? This is why I challenge content creators, include myself, to come up with facts. Not feelings, not how I want them to be, not how I perceive a person to be. I challenge you to tell me the facts. You guys get that, right? The facts, the stats, and the absolute truth. So, again, check out Wolf's video and tell me how you guys feel about it. If you haven't already, again, um, that's what I always state. I always state to just give us truth. Everybody want to give us what they feelings about. Everybody want to tell me what they feelings. Everybody want to tell me what you think Arthur Smith is thinking, what you think Arthur Blank is thinking, what you think Terry Funch knows. Nobody wants to deal with absolutes. Nobody wants to deal with absolute truth. So I checked out Wolf's video. Hopefully I can play it. Let me see if I can play it. Hopefully. Let me help you guys out real fast. Let me see if y'all can hear it. If y'all can y'all hear that? Fucking Americans in this country, only 32 coaches. What does that tell me? There's only certain people who can do this head coaching job. I would trade places with the 32nd ranked coach right now. I don't even know who that is, but I don't even care. Arthur Smith doesn't care what he's ranked. The fans obviously care because it's content that's bullshit. It's filler content. Here's a fact. Arthur Smith is 14-20. With a team that was only supposed to win two games, I think he overachieved. With a team that was depleted, it was a bacteria-filled team. It was a virus-filled team.
So he had to fix it. That's the story. K Styles asked me, well, if he doesn't make the playoffs, should he be fired? I said, yes, because the schedule favors him to be above 500.
So I'm sure you guys heard that. So first of all, the first thing that I want to combat is you said Arthur Smith should be fired because the schedule, not that they actually play the game, that the schedule permits that they should be over 500. Should be. Well, that's another opinion. They should be over 500. Well, what happens, Wolf and guys in the chat? What if something, God forbid, something happens to a player? What happens? What happens if a player gets injured? A key player, a major player to this defense. Should the Falcons still be at 500? Should we still be saying that Arthur Smith, you know, should be fired? Because a lot of guys were a key guy. I'm talking about a major key guy. I don't want to say the names. I don't want to jinx anything. But what if, God forbid, a Grady Jarrett or AJ Terrell, you know, Chris Lindstrom. Like I said, God forbid it. God forbid that happens. So what happens if those guys get injured? Do you guys still want to hold on to that notion that Arthur Smith should be fired because one of his key guys got hurt? Like I said, I love Wolf, but we challenge each other around here. So I hate the easy schedule argument, no such thing. I mean, we see that year in, year out. Philadelphia had an easy schedule. They end up, and a lot of teams had it. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys have an easy schedule. The whole NFC South, the NFC East pretty much had a easy schedule. You know what I'm saying? That whole division was pretty much trash. I just keep that real. They were beating up on each other. So what if it happened? What if these guys get hurt? What if you have a key guy? Does that still? Are we still trying to fire Arthur Smith? Like this is a sincere question. Like I said, this is a sincere question. Do you still fire Arthur Smith if we start suffering from injuries? You know, those things of that nature. Because we did exactly that with Kyle Pitts. You know, we still played well. We still won 2 games without Kyle Pitts. So does that mean that we should fire a coach because he ended up getting hurt? So again, all right, let's play the rest.
Just does. If you look at the schedule, they should be winning the NFC South and having a chance to go to the playoffs and the NFC Championship. That's what I believe. If he fails to do that, we have a problem. Doesn't matter if it's in the third year or second year or whatever the case may be. I don't care about it.
See, that's again, that's what we talking about. What we don't care about. It matters. It matters if you have fucking money or not. Don't sit here and tell me that it doesn't fucking have that it doesn't make sense or it doesn't matter if you don't have fucking money. Of course it fucking matters if you have money. Of course it matters if you have $65 million in fucking dead cap. Of course it fucking matters. Of course it matters if guys get injured. Of course it fucking matters. Of course it takes 2 years to rebuild some shit that we pretty much destroyed because our incompetent general manager didn't know what the hell he was doing, or he was just didn't give a fuck about what he was doing. Of course it fucking matters. Of course it matters if your GM is dealing with less than 30, $40 million in salary cap to try to bring in quality players to play with Marcus Mariota. Of course it matters. So again, we're going with our personal feelings. And like I said, everybody's entitled to that opinion as a fan, but your opinion will and can be hit at any given time. It matters. It matters that the fact that Arthur Smith went out of his way to say, yeah, we expect to be in the Super Bowl. It does matter. So these guys do have an expectations of winning, but let's be real. There's no guarantee that anybody's going to win. There's no guarantee that you're going to go through a 17 game season, excuse me, a 20 game season plus the preseason. Of course it matters. That's why you go that's why you go through certain measures to keep guys healthy. So of course it matters if guys are injured. Of course it matters if you have money. Of course it matters that the schedule is easy or hard. Of course all that matters. But because again, when we as fans have an expectation of what the team should look like, we want to focus on the fact that, well, Arthur is 80 years old. He don't have time to sit back and wait. Who told you that? Who told you that Arthur Blank doesn't want to sit back and wait to do the things the right way? Again, this is what we're talking about. You are not the one who spent $1 billion on this franchise. Mike didn't spend $1 billion on the franchise to do the shit wrong again and then turn around and lose another $1 billion. You're not the one spending this money on. So who in the hell are we as fans to say we need to get this shit done and we need to get it done fast? This is the exact same way where we got into this issue. With this mentality, we got to get it done. We got to get it fast because I'm tired of losing. Of course, Falcons fans, we have won and not we have won the championship in God knows how long. 60, almost 60 from 66 all the way now. 58 years. Yeah, almost 60 years of no championships. Yeah, it's more. It's older organizations right now that are going through the exact same thing. So again, gotta go through this video again. So again, y'all can check it out for yourself. But it does matter if we want to do things the right way. Again, everybody wants everybody else to do whatever the hell they got to do to win, but nobody wants to go through the process to win. You just wanted to look as a fan. I get it. We get in our feelings and we want to see our team succeed and all this. Look, we want to see our bitch have the baddest clothes, the baddest ass, the baddest titties, the baddest legs, all that shit. Ladies want to see the man with with the swagger, the nice J's on, the Gucci, Fendi. Like you, everybody want to see that. Everybody want to have the best of 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 the best. And I get it. But you can't have the best of the best if you're not willing to sit on that block and slang some yayo. Okay? This is stuff we'll be talking about. Everybody want to slang and have the best, but nobody want to sit on that corner for 2-3 hours, 48 hours. I ain't never did it, but you know what I'm saying? Nobody want to sit on that corner. You don't want to sit on the corner for 28, 72 hours, not getting no sleep or little sleep to get up that money. Oh, you want to get up and 3 o'clock in the morning to go to a job that you fucking hate to get that $3, $4, $5,000 a month. Nobody want to go through that process. But we want it as quick as soon as possible. And we don't give a fuck how Arthur Blank does it. We want to we want it done. This is the mentality that we talking about. I don't give a fuck how it happens. I want it. And this is the mentality that most people have. I don't give a fuck how it gets done. Let's get it done. I don't give a damn about who we upset, who we believe. We believe Julio Jones, and guess what? We got in our feelings. gave him what he needed, and he fucked us over. So again, it does matter. We gotta listen to what the coaches and the owners are saying. Arthur Blank stated that he does not want to continue to make the same mistakes over and over again, firing head coaches and starting the process all over again. Like, honestly, this is a serious question, people. What is that going to, what is that going to solve? Firing Arthur Smith. Yeah, I want people like really answer that question. What is it going to solve to fire yet another head coach? What are we looking to? What are we hoping to get? Andy Reid? Are we looking to go into a make a wish marathon or something? Because that's what we doing. If we fire yet another coach, guess what we doing? Playing Make a Wish Foundation. Hopefully John Cena come and hopefully we'll get the Rock and hopefully this guy turned to Stone Cold and hopefully that this guy turned into Tom Brady and hopefully this guy turned to Matt Ryan and hopefully this guy turned into Julio Jones and hopefully this guy turned to Grady Jerry and hopefully this guy turned to Aaron Rodgers and hopefully this guy turned into Aaron Donald. We live in a hope society. Motherfuckers would love to hope before they actually sit down there and do the motherfucking work. Instead of doing the work and hustling your ass and going through that motherfucking grind, you will hope and fire and keep on firing and firing and letting go and telling this guy he ain't shit and doing this and this over and over again. Why? Because we hope, 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 hope. But nobody want to sit here and actually go through the motherfucking grind to get where they need to be. It's a fucking process. Nobody cares about the process. Everybody want to shine. So let's play some more of this.
Because the fact is, the schedule favors him to be over 500. Now, if Arthur Smith was at 500 now, it would be a different narrative. The problem is narrative changes.
Again, here we go again. If Arthur Smith was at 500, there would be a different narrative. Why? Why would there be a different narrative if Arthur Smith was sitting at 500? I tell you why. Because in the eye of the public, it looks better. That's why. This is what I mean with being transparent with your takes, transparent with what your opinions are. People only care about what the fuck is perceived in the national media. When you don't have a winning record, nobody gives a fuck. Hell, when even people make the fucking playoffs, nobody gives a fuck. The Chiefs made the playoff before they got. Does anybody know how many times the Chiefs made the playoffs before they drafted Patrick Mahomes? Corey, that's another thing. I'm gonna talk about that. That's another thing. Does anybody know how many times teams we literally have the Dallas Cowboys? These guys are winning 10 plus games every year for the last 10 years, and guess what? Still nothing. So that it look, you can throw that shit out of the windows. Matt Ryan has a winning record with the Atlanta Falcons. For the last 14 years, this Atlanta Falcons team has had what, a couple of seasons where they was below. This dude has done nothing but win in Atlanta. But guess what? Nobody gives a flying physic. Instead, they continuously crying and crying and crying and crying and crying, talking about we need to get another Michael Vick. Does anybody know what happened with Michael Vick? Yeah, he lost more than he won. Why is it that people want Michael Vick and nobody gives a fuck about Matt Ryan? Yeah, answer that question for me. Why is it that people want Mike Vick but they don't want Matt Ryan? And Matt Ryan, he won. He did things that Matt Ryan, like Mike Vick, didn't do. And that's win. He won. He won games. But everybody tried to push him out the door year after year after year after year after year. I know this is gonna piss off a lot of people by saying this shit, but a lot of people, y'all stuck in your own selfish mentality. You only care about what you want things to do and do not give a fuck about the process. That's the shit I'm talking about. And this is the fucking facts. We don't do, like I said, we don't do nothing outside of the facts. Why is it that everybody want Lamar Jackson? What the fuck is Lamar Jackson doing? Why is it that everybody want Lamar Jackson but nobody want Matt Ryan? The fuck he's ever done? The dude barely passing over 3,200 yards, and we got guys like damn our backup quarterback that's doing shit already. He already did that shit. He's already did what the fuck Lamar has done. He already did that shit. But nobody say, oh, let's sign Trevor uh, um Taylor Heineke to a 40, $50 million contract. Why? Because that's not the shit that y'all want. Let's be real. It's all about how it's perceived in the media and how you, as a fan, can continue to brag about your team because your team is winning. Let's just keep it 100. One of the worst things that have happened to me as Atlanta Falcons fans was 2017 in the Super Bowl. Us blowing the fucking lead. But do I give a fuck now? Do we have to bring up the Falconator again? Do I have to bring his name up again? Haha, good one. We heard that before. I got the fuck over it. And this is what a lot of Falcons fans need to do. Get the fuck over it. Get out your feelings and get the fuck over it. This is a new regime. They're doing it their way, and they're going to continue to do it their way until you, as a fan, figure that out. Everybody always in their feelings and telling everybody what should and could and would and would and could. What the fuck happened? But nobody want to sit up here and actually go through the process. This is the shit I'm talking about. You know what the fuck I did with Mad Mike Sports and Atlanta Falcon Nation? Do people know that this organization is actually about 10 years old? Dating all the way back, nearly 10 years old, dating all the way back to 2014. Did you guys know that? This organization is actually about 9 years old. We started a long time ago. It's a fucking process. Everybody always wants shit to happen 2 years, 3 years, and instant gratification. It's all about instant gratification. Again, nobody want to go through the fucking process. Nobody want to see the team go through growing pains. Why? Because most people are too busy slurping other damn teams and slurping other players to even pay attention to our team and how our team is steadily growing, how we are continuously improving our offensive line, our running game, when we didn't have an offensive line for years because of that piece of fucking crap at offense, at defensive, at general manager. Yeah, we don't care about the process of actually building the offensive line and having the best guard in the fucking league right now. and Chris Lindstrom. Nobody gives a fuck that Jake Matthews is continuously, year after year, play on a Pro Bowl level. And one of the most consistent left tackles in the history of the fucking game. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares the fact that we have transformed a right tackle in Caleb McGarry, who was poised to be a fucking bust. Y'all don't care about that. Y'all want to belittle and simplify this team to saying, oh, if we don't get 10 wins, it's a fucking failure. Oh, if we don't get to the playoffs, it's a fucking failure. If Arthur Smith, if Desmond Ridder don't pass for 4,000 yards, we need to draft another quarterback. Nobody gives a fuck when Aaron Rodgers was playing like pure horse shit in his first few games as a quarterback with Green Bay. Go look at the numbers. Play like complete horse shit, but nobody even looks back. Nobody even bring that shit back up. Nobody gives a fuck about how bad Brett Favre's career was. Why? Because of what he did later in his latter years. And let me state this again. I understand everybody's point. Hell, I want to win. I want to be able to throw that shit back in some Saints fans' face, some Panthers fans' face, some Bucks, the punk ass Eagles. I can't stand them. So I understand the notion of wanting to win, but to say that guys need to be fired because we're not getting a certain result is just fucking ignorant. It's ignorant. It's not even ignorant. It's ignorant. We just want to fire everybody because we're not getting a certain result. How many times have we seen the Dallas Cowboys fire team player after player after player, fire coach after coach after coach, defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, everybody get fired at Dallas Cowboys, and they still fucking losing in the playoffs. They win 13 games just to fucking lose in the playoffs. We literally just talked about this yesterday about Jimmy Johnson winning a fucking Super Bowl and then turn around and lose and then getting fired. This is the culture that we live in. Nobody wants to hurt. Nobody wants to work hard. Nobody cares about hard work. Nobody cares about the small gains. Nobody cares about you actually trying. If you don't get that shit fast, quick, and hurry, you's a piece of fucking shit. You're a piece of crap if you don't get it fast. The girls won't like you if you ain't got $100 million quick. They won't give a damn about you. Not all, but there's a lot of them out there like that. Your homeboys won't hang around if you ain't got nothing to smoke. We all know that. You ain't got nothing to smoke. You ain't got nothing to drink. Your homeboys ain't got nothing to say with you. They ain't got nothing to say to you. They don't want to hang around you. They don't want to fuck with you. This is the society we live in. If you ain't got nothing that's gonna help me, I don't want to deal with you. And this is what, again, this is the narrative, and this is the reason. One, these are the reasons why we're so quick to fire guys because nobody gives a fuck about actually going through the grind, actually going through a process of learning what your homeboy likes, his tort, his quirks. I was literally just having this conversation with LT yesterday about what true friendship, what true relationships are, is understanding what that person is going through, being patient with them, even through their mistakes. Nobody gives a fuck about how Arthur Smith is continuously improving his offense and the offensive line. Nobody gives a fuck. I literally just threw out some numbers yesterday when we were talking about the passing game. We boldly say what we boldly say that okay, guess what? We have, we had a pretty terrible roster now. So now that we improve the roster is 1 year or else. Hey, what the fuck is this bullshit, man? Y'all go to admit and say, well, we didn't have a roster. Y'all boldly admit that. Boldly admit that this roster was depleted and we were playing with absolute trash, and then you get players and say you got 1 year or else. Hey man, let me know. Y'all ain't doing a lot of typing. So are y'all in y'all feelings or something? And man Mike tripping? Do I need to end the live? Because this again, this is stuff in it. When you start speaking truth, people get quiet and call you crazy and don't want to talk to you. Just tell me when I'm telling a lie. That's all I need to know. I'll shut the fuck up if I'm telling lies. If I'm not telling the truth, I'll shut the fuck up and I'll end this live. But this is the shit we talking about. Nobody wanted to go through the fucking grind. Nobody wanted to actually go through the dirt. Y'all go through my old videos. You see how fucking terrible I was? I was fucking trash. Man, Mike was fucking trash. I was horrible as a creator. Bad. Guess what? 3 years later, I think I'm pretty goddamn good. But it took 3 years for Man Mike to get damn near 10K. 10K overall, but 10K on Man Mike's horse. Yeah, we got a good 1,500 on YouTube and steady growing. But that's the shit. That's the shit that I'm talking about. Motherfuckers don't want to go through the grind. They don't want to fucking suck. I fucking sucked as a content creator. I fucking sucked as a storyteller. I sucked. But nobody wants to go through the grind. We want to say, oh, we get all the players and we spend a $200 million in one off season and win or else. This is the society that we deal with right now. What's up, Wolf? Oh, you know I was gonna get back at you. You already knew. I look, like I said, you giving me even more content. Like I said, I love it. But even he got the fucking nuts to show up and actually do a fucking video and challenge me and challenge us and challenge our opinions. But at least he got the damn guts to do that. But again, that's the shit I'm talking about. Motherfuckers want the quick way out. They want to stay away. They want to run away and run and duck and hide when shit get hard. But again, I understand everybody's point of view when we talk about shit like wanting to win. Motherfucker, I want to win. I don't go to sleep at night because I want to win. I grind all night. Why? Because I want to win. So I understand the need to want to win, but your thirst for winning, your thirst for being on top cannot outweigh common sense and it cannot outweigh facts. And that's where a lot of people go wrong because you look at your own personal likes and you disregard the fact that there was a process for every champion. Philadelphia, it was a process. They had to grind. They had to rebuild the organization. They had to fire guys in the front office. Doug Peterson with that organization for a good little minute before they let him go. That team was intact for quite a long time with Doug Peterson. Before Doug Peterson even got that, that team was already intact. They had set a foundation of greatness when we talk about offensive line and defensive line. The Philadelphia Eagles set the precedent when it comes down to that. Again, the Chiefs set a precedent, a foundation. These guys won the playoffs year after year after year. But it didn't come until they had to set the foundation. Remember, they didn't build a team around Patrick Mahomes. They drafted Mahomes and said, fit in. Yeah, I'm going through. I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna play the rest of the video. I'm going through the video itself. But it is the video is actually pinned in the comment section so people can check it out. But I'm bored today. I ain't got shit to do. But this is what we talk about. This is what I'm talking about. And like I said, this really ain't you. It's like I said, it's a narrative that I've seen time and time again. And like I said, I understand the need for winning, but we cannot lose sight of going through the process. You can't avoid the process and say, I want to win. That's hypocritical and it's just praying out ignorant. Because what's the definition of foolish? Doing the same things over and over again and expecting a different result. Let me say that again. Doing the same things over and over and over again, expecting a different result. That's pure ignorance. The Falcons are now laying the foundation with the offense. We're seeing that the offensive line is getting better. We're seeing that the running game is getting better. These have been a Achilles heel for this organization for a good 10 years. And now that we're focusing on the offense and building the offensive line the right way, we saying it's boring. We say it's boring. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. This ain't 1995. It's 2023. Why? Because we finally focusing on building the offensive line. Nobody said shit when the Kansas City Chiefs drafted 2, 3 offensive linemen with their first 3 picks in the draft and then turn around and sign Orlando Brown. Nobody said shit about them being boring. Nobody said anything about the Philadelphia Eagles being boring when they drafted I don't know how the hell you Malafala Allah, whatever the hell his name is. Nobody complain when they do it, but when it's Atlanta Falcons, it's boring, and we need to get some more excitement to sell tickets. Like, get the fuck out of here. Sell tickets. We can sell the tickets. We just can't get the motherfucker to stay in the building. How do I know that? Because, like I said, got a group over 20,000. A group of over 20,000. Trust me, I see this. We can sell the tickets. This again. These are the things that I know for a fact. I got eyes and ears everywhere. I see everything that people say. So, like I said, this is a this is just a rant that I'm like I said, gotta keep speaking on this because we gotta understand that this is a process. And like I said, I understand that everybody needs and wants as fans, but like if you call yourself a true fan, you gotta understand the process. You can't keep going out spewing this bullshit. Or Arthur Smith is an overrated coach. He sucks, and then you can't provide no facts, no stats behind it. Again, all I ask for people, if you can prove to me that Arthur Smith sucks, I'll give you 50. But nobody can prove that he sucks. It's all opinionated. And nobody cares about anyone's opinion, especially the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons don't give a fuck about what my opinion is. They don't care about what Mike thinks. They don't care if Mike don't like Arthur Smith. They don't care if Mike wants Julio Jones back or Matt Ryan. They don't care nothing about that. They're gonna do exactly what the fuck they want to do when they want to do. And we spend time and time and time and time and time again spewing a bunch of junk about what is and what happened 2 years ago and I'm tired. Like I said, I get it. But nothing gonna stop me from buying the Falcons jersey. Nothing gonna stop from buying, NFL Sunday ticket so I can watch football. Nothing gonna stop. I don't give a fuck if we 0-16 for 3 years in a fucking row. I'm still gonna rep my Falcons. The end. Sunday is a national day in my household. We sit down, we cook, we eat, and we watch football all day long. I don't give a fuck who is the head coach. Shit, we can have Buck week at the fucking head coach. I don't give a damn. I'm still gonna rep this. So hold on, let me see if I can get this.
I know what he said. Everybody's gonna get a piece of the pie. So I'm thinking, okay, great. Maybe it's gonna be a Desmond game. Maybe it'll be a Kyle game. Maybe Matt Collins will get involved. Maybe Scotty Tuhati will come out there with Rikishi and do what he gotta do. Maybe Young Way Cool get the snap back and throw the fucking ball down the field. I don't fucking know. But it should be dynamic to watch. But there's only a certain amount of people that can do certain jobs. And a head coach position, it doesn't matter if you're 1 or 32, you are still in the NFL. And I would trade places quickly with the number 1 guy or the 32nd ranked guy. But he should be over 500. I mean, he should. I know there's a lot of angry birds out there, There's a lot of angry birds out there. I get it. But, of course, the 80-year-old, he wants to win the Super Bowl now. He doesn't got time to stand online with the process and all this other shit. When you're 20, you got time. When you're 80 years old, who are we talking about? What fan?
So that part, I do agree that the Falcons should be over 500. But again, we kind of talking about shoulds. We don't have a grip on what could happen. Again, guys, we've had this before. We had 5 defensive starters that were out on injuries, season-ending injuries. And like I said, I get all this shoulda, coulda, woulda, but look, that shit don't get you nowhere. All that shoulda, woulda, coulda shit don't get you anywhere. We're so infatuated with shoulda, woulda, coulda, woulda. Look, I don't give a damn about none of that. I can tell you what Carl is, what he can do, and how we should use him. But Arthur's already won championships. The man is a billionaire. That is something that's on his bucket list. Of course it is. Of course that's on his bucket list as a owner. But you don't think the other 31 owners are not thinking the same thing? The minority owners? You don't think these guys willing to put in money to actually get it? See, these are like I said, I understand it. But we act like Arthur Smith is the only owner in the league that's trying to win. It's a process. Does anybody know that Arthur is really training his kid to come on and be his successor? Does anybody know that? Yeah, his son is actually in training, sitting with Roger Goodell, going through the process, learning all this. He's been doing that for the last 3 to 4 years. Is he trying to win? Of course he is. But because things are not happening the way that we want, you think he's not trying? Like what again? Going out spending all your money at a bar, trying to pick up a girl who wants shit to do with you, Is that gonna change how she feel about you? Not a damn second. She still gonna think you the piece of shit, or she still think she not gonna want to fuck with you. If she ain't into you, she ain't into you. So we can't make shit happen because we want it or we need to spend $100 million. Some people ain't look. Some things can't be bought. Championships are not one. Championships are one of them. Championships cannot be bought. We've seen LeBron go through this. We've seen so many teams in the NBA, in the NFL, in baseball. The Yankees are one of them. The Mets are another. They tried to buy their way to championships and they got them no way. Gotta stop. We gotta stop with this. Like I said, I get it, I understand it, but that way it's not real. It's not realistic.
We talking about the red helmet fan, or we talking about the new wave fan? Which one are we talking to? Because it's a different conversation, both, and you gotta respect both opinions. Because
Again, look, when it all come down to opinions, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if it's the fan that's been here for 15, the common fan, or the fan that's been here for it's the common fan, all they care about is winning, and as the fan that actually cares about the process, don't fucking matter. It doesn't matter which fan are we talking about. It don't matter. This is what people don't seem to get. It doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. You can't recreate the fucking truth. The truth of the matter is every team that have won a Super Bowl have went through years of building that team. Tell me when I'm lying, y'all. How many times did John Elway lose and lose and lose, and they built that team in Denver, and he damn near got to his last couple of years in the NFL? It was do or die for him. Anybody want to talk about how many times the Rams have been back to St. Louis and LA and St. Louis and LA? Like everybody always try to fucking forget. Like it fucking matters about the common fan. Nobody gives a shit about no common fan or who the real fan. At the end of the day, it's a fucking process. At the end of the day, it's a process to winning games. And you can't just buy your way or hope your way to it. It's a process. You got to go through the work. You got to go through. You got to go through the ups and downs and the pain. Learning the game, learning how to build the offensive line, learning how to bring in the right players, bring in the right coaches who really knows the game, who doesn't really know the game, who's selling you a line of bullshit and who isn't. The Chiefs didn't win until they brought Andy Reid in. Yeah, that's true. The Cowboys haven't won since Jimmy Johnson was the coach. It's a process, y'all. Everybody like San Diego Padres is another thing. You cannot buy a fucking championship. Everybody think we can hope and pray and go get this guy and draft this guy. And we saying, look, this man Aaron Rodgers got paid $50 million. He still wouldn't happen. The Mets still trying to buy their way to a championship. The Philadelphia Phillies, yeah, they tried to buy their way, but they only got what, one championship out of it? All that money they were spending. The Yankees, good God, they don't spend enough money to buy a fucking country to win. The Boston Red Sox too. They don't spend enough money to buy a fucking country, and we still up here talking about all right. The Braves are the best team, and they don't spend as much money like that. But it's a process. This is coming out of his mouth. It's something that Arthur stated. D. Coleman, look at the Braves now. A bunch of homegrown guys locked in, and now they're the best team in baseball on a historic race. But they didn't go out here buying every damn thing. All these guys are homegrown products, with exception probably Max Fried and Ozuna, a few other guys. But these are homegrown guys. These are homegrown kids. They developed these guys themselves. Like I said, I say this all the time. This shit is right there for y'all to see. It's right here for you guys to see it. It's right in your face. The recipe for success is right in your face. But we don't want to accept it. Because we want what we want when we want it, how we want it, when we want it, when we want it, how I want it, how do you 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 want it, boop, how do you feel? That's all we care about. How we want it, how we want, how we want it, how we want it. But there's a process. Everybody keep again. I don't give a damn if it's a fan that's been here for 50 years or a damn 6 years. It doesn't matter because the process is what matters. You're not going to blow through the process and have consistent winning. Okay, the Falcons want to consistently win year in and year out, not win one Super Bowl and then we turn right back into the fucking Falcons of old. Everybody want to. We just need to go all in and get one Super Bowl, and then we're gonna turn right back into the Falcons. And y'all gonna brag for that one championship for the last what 60, 40, 50, 70 years. Like get the fuck out of here. I don't want to look. I want to be consistently in the playoffs. I don't want to win one championship. I want one. I want two. I want three. I want four. I want five. I want six. And you're not gonna get six championships continuously buying shit every year and firing guys every year. Let's stop ignoring the fact that the Saints went 7-9 3 years straight. They didn't panic and say, well, we ain't getting to the Super Bowl. Let's just fire him. Let's fire Sean Payton. No, they didn't do that. They didn't say let's fire Sean Payton because he went 7-3 3 years in a row. Yeah, yeah, these are facts. I'm not saying nothing that y'all can't look up for yourself. I'm not saying anything that you can't look out for yourself. You can look at every play, every team that we talk. Going back to the Seattle Seahawks, it was a process for them to get championships. And let's be honest, like a lot of people don't even know. Does anybody know? Like they won 79, 7-8, 10-6, 79, 8-8. The first 3 years with Sean Payton. 10-6, 79, 8-8. They were 15-17 under Sean Payton, and the last two before they even got to the Super Bowl. If they would have said, "I'm gonna fire Sean Payton because we went from 10-6 to 79 to 8-8," they wouldn't have won the championship. Yeah, they won 79 and 8-8 and then won the championship. Yeah, but we ready to fire Arthur Smith because of that. For the same damn near identical records with an extra game on top. We ready to fire Arthur Smith for doing the exact same thing, damn near the exact same thing that Sean Payton did for the Saints. We ready to fire him for that. These are facts, baby. I'm not making this up. And then after that, 79, 79, 79. So he had years of mediocrity. Yeah, they had years and years of mediocrity, even with Sean Payton. Do I need to bring up the Cincinnati? Do I need to bring up the Kansas City Chiefs? Because apparently people are forgetting these lessons. Should we just every time a guy goes 7-10 or 7-9 or 8-8, we should just fire him because we didn't make it? Like again, this I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking a question. Should we every time a guy goes 7-9 and 8-8, we should just fire him? Because the Saints would have won the championship. Now we can debate whether or not it was a legit or not, but they would have won the championship if they would have gave up and fired him after 2 years. Let me look at Bill Belichick because a lot of people don't. Because like I said, a lot of people don't even know Bill Belichick and what he went through with that team. Everybody thought it's just so easy and easy. It was just an easy process. All right, Bill Belichick in Cleveland, 6-10, 79, 79, 11-5, 5-11, 5-11, 5-11. Excuse me. But his first year with this team, with the New England, he was 5-11, bro. But this was his second stint as a head coach. Bill Belichick got fired. Bill Belichick got fired. He won 5-11 two straight years from Cleveland to New England. 5-11, then 11-5, and then 9-7. Okay, let me throw up another name up there for you because I think people just I really don't think people do their homework or they don't know the history. I don't think people really know their history when it comes down to coaches and teams and going through that process of losing. Yeah, you going it's gonna be and I gotta throw that out there. None of those teams was gifted 60 million, 65 million. We talking about 40 something million in the first year and 60 something million in dead cap in the second year. No NFL coaches ever dealt with this record dead cap, um, this dead cap money. No NFL coach in the history of the game has dealt with what Arthur Smith has had to deal with. There has been not one coach in the NFL that has dealt with the dead cap hit that Arthur Smith has been placed with. And yet, in the first year that we get him as a coach, we want to say, let's get rid of him. It's win or get rid of him. And by the way, they 7-10, 9-8 in the last few years with Seattle. So again, this is what I mean when I'm talking about, like, is this something that you saying, or are we just doing? Is this opinionated, or is it just the facts? Because of the facts of the matter is, yeah, win and loss records matter. Some people do some of the dumbest shit. You got the same people driving back and forth doing absolutely nothing. Just like this, just driving back and forth, back and forth. I don't need they just going back and forth. 5 minutes behind each other. Just walk, people. Just walk. It's better to just walk. But again, I'm just being an asshole. But when it comes down to this, this is what I'm talking about. I don't care about none of your look. If you cannot show me that a guy sucks without giving your opinion, then this is just your opinion talking. I don't want to have a conversation. You gotta do your homework. You do your homework, I'll lay off you. But if you're gonna continue to put out stuff just saying, "Oh well, I just don't like the guy. We need to win regardless because I'm tired of losing." Well, I'm gonna stay on that ass. Yep, I'm gonna stay on it. We got a lot of people that likes to, they love to just throw out opinions as if they're facts. What you doing? I don't do opinions. AFN doesn't do opinions. We do facts. Now you're more than welcome to throw out your opinions, but be sure we're gonna eat them motherfuckers alive. We're gonna destroy your opinion. We're gonna critique that living shit out of your opinion. So beware if you leave a comment, yeah, that shit might be used in a video. I can promise you that. And I expect the same thing. I expect the same thing in return. But again, like I said before, I challenge anybody to prove to me that Arthur Smith sucks. I don't want to hear nothing about no opinion and Arthur is 80 years old or we have the guys now and we should be winning regardless. That's not grounds for a guy to be fired because you think we should be winning. I can show you guys that have had 3, 4 losing seasons in a row. Cincinnati. These guys, I don't know how many times this dude done missed the playoffs. And Marvin Lewis, and he still kept his job. So I don't want to hear nothing about all right. We had 3 losing seasons in a row. He should be fired. Yeah, I don't care nothing about that. Yeah, I know like I said, I know I'm gonna receive a lot of hate for this video, but like I said, it is what it is. So check out Wolf's video, and like I said, I think people actually get to the point where they wanna. At the end of the day, a fan is a fan. Whether you spend 15 hours doing it or 5 hours doing it, it's still a fan. Some smarter than others. Some spend more time than others. But at the end of the day, you're still a fan. And the shit that you spew out of your mouth will and can be used against you. Oh, it will be used against you. So, like I said before, y'all ain't got a few questions. I will end it. But yeah, I think we get out. I think a lot of us we get so caught up in our own personal feelings. We really believe in our heart of hearts that our opinion is a fact until we actually do research and then you look at things and look at the Falcons and how they're improving in the passing game and the running game and the offensive line. we realized, yeah, this team ain't as bad as I first thought. Again, this goes back to being spoiled. We had Matt Ryan for 14 years. Who him and Julio put up extraordinary numbers. Julio, Matt Ryan, Tony Gonzalez, Roddy White, they put up extraordinary numbers. Mike Turner, they put up extraordinary numbers. We got spoiled, and now I think we believe in our heart of hearts we supposed to be winning all the time, and that's not supposed to be no struggle. I'd ask fans what this regime done to have them give up so quick to be so quick to throw them away. Like that's what I want to know. What have this regime done to for you to have this? All right, we need to win or else, or give up so quickly. That's a question that I would challenge someone to answer because obviously me telling you to prove that Arthur Smith is a terrible coach, that ain't working. So I guess I'll rephrase it. What has this regime done to give you, or haven't done to give you the opinion or idea or frame your ideas around he needs to get fired? Because that's obviously what you guys are, most of y'all want. It's like one, like I said, with all this, in fact, I don't want you throwing stats and facts away because having $60 million in dead cap does matter. You can't bring in quality players when you're dealing with $60 million in dead cap. So that actually matters. So don't try to throw out stats and all that type of stuff because players matters. You got to have good players in order to win championships. You're not gonna win with just a Michael Jordan on your team or LeBron James. You need players around them. So I don't want to hear that nonsense about they didn't bring in players. How you gonna bring in players with no money? How you gonna feed the kid with no money? How you gonna feed your family? How you gonna feed yourself with no money? So what has this regime done to give you? And I can probably hear what you're saying right now. I can probably hear. I can hear what people gonna say. Well, we haven't won anything. Yeah, that's because the dead cap. We couldn't keep players. So challenge. I challenge anybody to just again prove to me the Arthur Smith sucks. That's all I'm asking. Make Tajay Sharp and Joe Burrow number one wide receiver. This dude was literally one of our number one receivers, and you think Arthur Smith's supposed to do something with that? Tajay Sharp, the dude like 6'4", 180 pounds, and we supposed to win games with that? Come on, man, we got to stop. Again, like I said, y'all check out Wolf video. It will be pinned on my community tab, so you go there, hit subscribe to his channel. But like I said, these are the types of debates I love. I love these types of stuff. Go back and forth, back and forth. You know, I say something, you say a little something. When I say something, you a little something. It's all in good fun. It's all in spirit of debate. It ain't no hate, none of that shit. Like I said, it's all about elevating each other's game. Because like I said, anything and everything everybody say, I take it as a personal jab. All right. Oh, he don't think I'm smart enough. Oh, he don't think I got an answer for it. I got an answer for damn near everything. I've been called a know-it-all by my own mama. Well, you just know it all. Of course I do. Why? Because I study. You can't tell me shit I don't. You can't tell me I'm wrong because I study. Again, you can't tell me I'm wrong because I study. I study facts, the stats, and the absolute truth. So anybody that try to, throw some bullshit in there, I'm gonna know immediately, and I'm gonna critique the living hell out of it. So, in the spirit of debate, check out Wolf channel. My brother got over 500, doing a great job. Um, like I said, you got guys like Recondo, Blackberry, Coach, um, so many. Miss Maggie got her channel going. Champagne Confessions. Um, like I said, it's all about spirit of debate, and it's always just having a conversation. And not everybody want to have a conversation. They would rather hide behind their opinions and hide behind Twitter and hide behind people that like them, that hide behind people that you know think like them. They would rather hide behind things and actually sit down and have a conversation with people. That's not what we do here, and we're going to continue to give you nothing but the facts, the stats, and the absolute truth. So check out his video. It's pinned to the comments right now. It will be pinned on my community tab, so you guys can head over there and give your two. Hell, if you disagree with every damn thing I said, like if you feel like you want to speak on it or send me a video. You can send it to me on Twitter. You can send it to me on not Twitter. Send it to me either on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll upload your video to my platform so people can decide whether or not they agree with you or not. Like I said, it's all fun for me. I love to have other people's opinions on this. So, like I said before, man, that's all about the spirit of debate. And if you can handle it, step in the ring. If you can't, unsubscribe. That's all I got to say about that. Head over to your boy Wolf channel so you can check out that video. And if you disagree with me, if you agree with Wolf that Arthur Smith need to be, you know, on the hot seat, if not fired, or the Falcons need to be doing something, um, let it be known. Head over to his channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and please comment. Like I said, please comment on the video. I'm definitely gonna be there listening to it myself. So that's all I got to say about that. And I got two words for you. If you ain't down with AFN, fuck you.